So many people have been asking me for my advanced deal analyzer, so I've put it out for sale for you to buy. This works out property deals, working out as flips, buy-to-lets, HMOs and serviced accommodations, specifically for purchase properties. So this isn't a rent-to-rent calculator, it's purely for purchase properties. It's taken me months to build this, and it will save you hours of time, and it looks very presentable. So if you are a source and wanting to use this to present it to your investors, this is a great option. Or if you're an investor looking to keep track of all of the details of all the finds that you find, then this is also a great option for you to go with. For demo purposes, I have filled in a lot of the fields that you would normally put in yourself, but I'm going to go over and show you exactly what fields you're going to need to fill in and how you would fill them in. So starting right here, you would put, if it's currently an on-market property, you would put the link to the property in this field right here. If it's off-market, just type off-market. Purchase price, you want to put the purchase price. Oh yeah, it's also worth mentioning that you see all of the darker grey squares here. These are in place, so you can edit these and it will update everything. Otherwise, everything else on the sheet is automatically updated with formulas. So you only need to focus on the darkest squares. For the build cost, if you're looking for a refurb, you would put all your refurb items in here. So like plastering, repaint, it automatically adds a 20% contingency to remove that. You can click on this cell here and remove the asterisk 1.2. If you have a builder's quote, then just put builder's quote and then put the number for the builder's quote in here. This is information for the deal. So you can put the postcode here, the square meterage of the property, how many beds, bathrooms, links to the Google map. The way I like to do this is put the word link in. So you type link, and then you select it all, and then you paste in the link to the street view of the map. So let's say this is the property, you point the camera at the property, you go into the URL, you copy that, and now you hyperlink that text. And you do the same thing for the tax band, the EPC, and the planning reference if it has planning for an extension. For the calculations here, we have a loan to value calculator, which is very dynamic. You can say, okay, we get a 60% mortgage. It'll update all the figures. There is a static refinance calculator right here. So once you've filled in all your information, you can work out, how profitable a buy-to-let is. Now you can see, okay, at a 75% mortgage, how profitable is it per year as a buy-to-let, HMO and service accommodation, and what's the return on investment on those strategies. And once you know the best loan to value, you can just update that here. Okay, 75%, we're able to pull out almost over £20,000. In this case though, if you were doing to buy to let, then you'd be losing almost £10,000 a year. So maybe that's not the best strategy, but that's how this field works. When I put together deals, I don't use this personally, but if you're an investor and you want to work out bridging for your deal, then you can toggle this on and then use the bridging finance module to work out your figures a bit better. So how much deposit you're putting in, how long do you think you're going to need the term for, the terms of your bridging finance, interest rate, arrangement fee and exit fee, and you can get them from your broker, so you can update that and get better. If you're a sourcer, don't worry about using this, that's more for investors. Mortgage rate, I always put a % more than the current. So right now the current is 5, so I've put that as 6. Stamp duty, completely generated. Legal surveys and sourcing fee, you can update them to what you think is reasonable, as well as a total investment. So that basically adds all of these informations up, and purchase price and the build costs, and put it all in there for the total investment needed. And then with total refinance, let's say we did get a 75% refinance, we can see how much money we were able to pull out and how much money we would be leaving in the deal. At 75%, we pull out all the money in the deal. Bills, so if you're running it as a service accommodation or as an HMO, then you can work out what the council tax is, service charge if it's a flat, and then the other bits of information on here. And if you do have a mortgage, then it will also work out the mortgage per month on that. Next is evaluation. So if you're running it as a service accommodation or as an HMO, after a year you can get a commercial evaluation on it, and you can see how much you're able to value the property based on a commercial evaluation. And then here are computer generated reports: mouse price, property market, Intel and property data if you have those services. And then here is another static calculator for SA occupancies. Once you know what the average nightly rate is in the area, now we can work it out based on the occupancy. So ideally you want to be breaking even at 40 or 50%. We've already gone over the refinance calculator, so now we go to the comparables. Once you filled in those pieces of information, you need to back up your claims with comparables, right? You need to show an investor or prove to yourself that is what it's worth, because you've seen other properties in the area either rent out or sell for that amount. And the way you fill these in is these are current market comparables. So if your property is in a bad condition, then you would do comparables that are also in that kind of condition, and that will give you the current market comparable. And you use this to purely work out if your property is below market value, because this uses the current market comparables of your property, right? But more importantly is the end value comparables. If your property is in a great condition, then you can just use the current market comparables for this field because it's already in a good end condition. But if you are planning on flipping it, then you would then fill this up with properties that are in good condition, and you would go on Rightmove sold, find how much the property is, and then fill all the rest of the information in, and then adjust of appreciation in the area. And you can do that by going to market trends on Rightmove and then looking at when that property sold and then adjusting it for what the price is now. So that's for flipping properties and seeing the value of your own property. Lastly is buy-to-let comparables, HMO comparables, and service accommodation comparables. So you can find these in a multitude of ways. You know, use Rightmove, other services like that, or get agent evaluations to tell you, okay, the property is most likely going to rent out for this much, or the HMO this much, or use Airbnb to work out average occupancies of similar properties in the area and what their average nightly rate is. And if you just do these, it will update the buy-to-let and the serviced accommodation fields. With the HMO, you'll need to work out all the rooms in your property and work out what the total rent is per month and update that manually yourself. So as you can see, this spreadsheet has taken a long time to build. I think it looks a great design, and it's going to help you in your personal or sourcing journey when it comes to putting packs together. What I will say with packs is, yes, this is great to use, but always remember you probably want to put extra photos in your pack, maybe a video that you've taken of the property, any builder's quotes, any agent evaluations. If you use software to work out other comparables as well, evaluations, then include those reports in your pack as well. But this is a great document to have to kind of put all the information in one place, so it's easy to consume and you can't say that you haven't done your due diligence. If you're interested in getting it, then it's going to be on my website somewhere that you can purchase it. If you are a sourcer, join our sourcing WhatsApp group. I post details of investors there. I update the spreadsheet and post updates to that WhatsApp group. So depending on what you're looking for in that area, maybe we have an investor that's going to match a deal that you have.